Hey everyone, Stephen Jonathan here with City of Truth. It is our very first premise and the most important thing to demonstrate. We make the claim that when it comes to the theoretical framework of modern education, there's no baby to throw out with the bathwater. It was in 1971 when I first had the vision seared upon my soul that the public school was an intellectual and moral wasteland. It remains a fact to this day that this intuitional notion was either true or false. It is our work here to show how it is true. There is no disputing the fact that education is a vital component of civilization. The question is about whether or not modern American education is a source of civilizing influence or a destructive influence. It's a confusing question. I've asked countless souls, and a surprising number of good souls do not submit to our thesis. However, the most prominent souls in Catholic education certainly do. Still, the truth is not found in consensus, but rather in the realities to which our thesis points. And our mission is to help souls of goodwill to conform our minds to reality. We claim that the modern schools are soul death camps. Far from educating our citizens, the modern public school damages us and deforms us. We will not be able to demonstrate this in a short video, but over time, we will make this abundantly clear for all souls of goodwill. We begin today with a vital distinction. We will then articulate the points of the theoretical framework in question with a promise to go into detail later, and we will conclude with a statement on why this baby is to be thrown out. And education is the formal cause of a nation. What we teach in the schools becomes the political nature of our country. On this single point alone, if we are to know a thing by its fruits, we would have to conclude that something has gone terribly wrong in our schools. And indeed, something has gone terribly wrong. To begin to understand this, we have to clearly apprehend the difference between practical reality and the modern school's theoretical framework. The practical realities in the public schools are those things that happen as a result of a combination of many contributing factors, including the nature of families, teachers, the environment, location, and the theoretical framework. The practical realities are secondary considerations, or considerations of the second order, because these things follow from first order considerations. The first order considerations in the public schools are those principles and definitions that comprise the theoretical framework upon which the entire system stands. Our greatest concern here at the City of Truth is the first order from which all secondary things follow. Without a firm grasp of this distinction between the practical realities and their theoretical basis, we will have no means by which to truly come to understand. Unfortunately, the modern school uses its theoretical framework to reject this very distinction itself, as it infers and implies that nothing exists but the second order. The theoretical framework is a secret framework in the modern school. It's obscured by modernist ideologies that blind us to its true nature and necessity. The theoretical framework is transparent in the authentic school. It's comprised of answers to the questions about what is. An honest examination of these questions and answers would yield the clarity to see the diametrical opposition between the modern school and the authentic school. At first, these questions may appear simple, maybe even unnecessary. However, here at the City of Truth, we have discovered that they are vital. We must first answer the question, what is nature? If we seek an answer in the great Western tradition and then are able to obtain an answer from the modern school, we will discover the theoretical mutual exclusivity between the two schools, really, on this one question alone. But once we answer that first vital question, we can move on to the three most important theoretical considerations of any school. We must ask and answer the question, what is the nature of reality? What is the nature of man? And what is the nature of human learning? Hopefully you can see that if we get what nature is wrong, then we will get all three of those questions wrong. And I'm making the claim that the modern public school and the authentic school have mutually exclusive understandings of the very word nature. These profound and basic questions subsume all other vital questions and answers that must comprise the theoretical framework of the authentic school. If we come to see these four questions and answers clearly, we will then see, perhaps for the very first time, how the modern school perpetuates an assault on reality first and on her citizens second. From there, may the real work begin. As a matter of practicality, there are many good things that can happen in our public schools. There are no doubt many good souls who go into teaching for the right reasons and pass on to their students good things their parents passed on to them. The real problem here is to miss the fact that the good practical realities in the modern school happen not because of its theoretical framework, but in spite of it. For a teacher to do good things today in the schools, he must go against the theoretical framework. And it should come as no surprise that the good things happening in public schools have been declining sharply over the years. In the analogy of the baby in the bathwater, it should be easy to see that the baby is a theoretical framework. Also, it's the first order consideration, and the bathwater is the secondary or practical realities in the school. The baby in the modern school is stillborn. It's an artifact of the city of man, which represents the culture of death. There is no baby, just a corpse. And this is so because the modern school rejects all aspects of the culture of life, man's very animating principle, the soul, and all that entails. The authentic school embraces all vital aspects of reality and the human person necessary for an authentic education. The great irony with the modern public school is that there is no real baby to throw out with the bathwater. But even if there were, we wouldn't keep that baby, but we would keep the bathwater because it's not wholly destroyed by the theoretical framework. Feel free to push back in the comments below.